Right. I guess we're back.
We're back. We're
Uh,
back. Oh
I think
man,
it
we've
is
got the
streaming on the
echo.
channel, isn't it?
We do have an echo in it.
Do I have an echo?
I can hear it.
Hold on a second.
Look,
Let me
chat. Do we have an echo? Echo, echo, echo.
chat. Do we have an echo?
Yeah, we do, man.
Hold on a second. Let's see if this makes a difference. Can everyone hear me? Is there an echo now?
Oh, there's no echo. Okay. It's my ears. Maybe it's my old age.
Can you hear me better now? Like, is it all good?
Yeah. It must be good because at least it's slightly. Good evening. Good evening. No echo.
No. Okay.
Might check 1, 2. All right, cool. We're back in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. We had technical difficulties. It is what it is. This is what happens when it comes down to content creating. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's dive into the Chelsea game where we're supposed to carry on.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying, yeah. Those that can I just go through the lineup again and just start over in it? Cool. All right, cool. So as you know, we lost to Chelsea 2-0. Tottenham lined up with Vicario and goal, centre backs Van de Ven and Romero. On the left back position, it was Emerson Royal. Pedro Porro was on the right side. The pivotal roles was Papa Sarr and Basuma. Down in the middle, where Kulusevski likes to play, was in the 10. Right mid was obviously Brennan Johnson. Left mid was Don, Richarlison up top. So before the stream ended, I ended up with saying, was I surprised with the lineup? Because for me, the only position that maybe I would have twinkled with was obviously the left back. But also another issue was, not really issue, but another surprise on the day was Ange changed his whole midfield. So when you look at it like that, you know, he's just dropped Maddison, his main guy. He's dropped Bentancur, and he's also dropped Højbjerg. You know, so it's a different midfield. And were you surprised? Because I was a bit surprised he went bold with it.
What? What's he talking about? It says Tottenham versus Tottenham. What?
It has.
Yeah.
Was you surprised?
Sorry, I'm reading the comments. People saying stuff as well. Was I surprised with this lineup? Sorry, I'm going to repeat what I said before, but yes and no. No, because he was always going to play Emerson there. I think we all said he would. The midfield, I don't think he knows his best midfield, and I think the Maddison thing has kind of thrown an even more bigger curveball at him because I think Maddison was like a dead-on starter since the first 10 games. As for the strike force, I don't think he knows his best three because he's played Son in the middle, Son on the left. I mean, Richarlison's come in every so often.
Yeah.
So, and then Johnson's played on the left, he's played on the right. He's played on the right, he's played in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't think he even knows his best. Apart from the back five, I know Emerson was playing because he just picks the next person in line, but he doesn't even know what his best 11 is.
So, okay, cool. So, if our manager doesn't know or is not clear with our best line right now, this is what we've got. What 4 or 5 more games until we call it cuts for this season.
I want it to be done now. But anyway.
Go for it, bro.
Sorry, I was saying I want the season to be over now, but that's just me.
Of course, myself as well. You know, after how this ended up, I want it to end now. But when your manager doesn't know your best team, it doesn't really help the situation. Do you get where I'm coming from? You should know what your best team is. And I know it takes time for managers to find their team. And I'm not saying everything's going to be perfect. But I'm saying, if he doesn't know his main guys, How can you ever progress with someone like that?
Well,
What?
what I is I compare him to first seasons of other managers of Tottenham and other managers of other teams. Yeah. So in Poch's first season, I think he knew his best 11, and I think it was pretty clear. And then the season that followed afterwards, he just tweaked. We only really bought 2 or 3 first teamers, remember? In that window,
Yeah.
Trippier was a backup. He brought in Son, who actually initially started as a backup player or like a bench player at the beginning. He brought in Alderweireld, so he added one player in that back line. He added he moved Dyer into midfield, remember? He played with Dembele.
Yeah.
What he had. But his front line didn't he only really changed 2 or 3 players compared to the 11 he had in his first season, if I'm being completely brutally honest. And I look at, say, for example, Redknapp's first season, I think it's pretty similar because he just kept Modric. He maybe added Palacios in that January and a couple strikers. And the season that followed, he just added a few other players. And in fact, we weren't even tipped to make top 4 the season. We made top 4 in 2010. And under Martin Jol, I think is quite similar. I don't think he signed that many players. He maybe added 2 or 3, but at least I thought there was like a spine or a skeleton in those 11s and in those seasons. And I think you even argue that, other managers have done similar things, or as a counteract to that, they've either changed their system because they can't play the way they want to with the players they have. So Ange, to me, is just like, I just don't know even know what he's doing anymore. Because like how we just said, he's changed the whole of the midfield 3. He's changed the front 3. I've lost count how many times. I don't think he even knows where to play Son, if I'm being pretty honest. I think he even knows where to play Johnson. I've seen him play on the left, seen him play on the right. Kulusevski, I don't know if it was a surprise team in the middle, or it was just the fact that he thought, oh, he's the next in line for number 10. Let's give it a go. But because people were telling me, TJ, what does Lo Celso need to do to get minutes? Do you think he's going to go in the summer?
Personally, I believe he will, because if you're not using these players, there's no point in keeping them there. In my opinion, you shouldn't keep players they're not going to be using. And we were on Tottenham away yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I was on with
you. Yeah. Cool. We all agreed that Dragutin, what does Dragutin need to do to get some game time? For me personally, if you're not using him, you're wasting him. And Ange seems to have this thing where he plays the same players over and over again. Now, look, I'm not saying it's an ideal world where you have the right players in with your disposal. Injuries happen. But even when injuries happen, he didn't go and play the youth at a time.
Remember when we had
Van der Ven and Romero out?
Yeah.
He didn't go with the obvious option, go with 2 centre-backs. He decided to play Ben Davies and Emerson Royal. I don't know how he survived it. They've done a job. Let's put their hands up. They've done a job. But when you're not playing the players, it's quite hard to ask them to stay or want them to stay,
Yeah. But do you think...
What I was going to...
Do you think that... Because like I just said, I think he knows his back line, which I don't think will change at all, yeah? And I don't think that back line will really change even if we get another manager, if I'm being pretty honest. I think it's still the same back 5. Because these players can easily adapt to like a non-inverted fullback system. I don't think it'll be a big problem for Porro or Doge at this point. But the midfield, to me, is concerning because at the start of the season, we said, we have such great midfield depth. But all the combinations in the part since the Chelsea game, it's just not working. And then the front line's the same thing. But we knew we'd have an issue with that. Cool. Yeah.
I was going to be flirting with another kind of narrative that I decided to kind of like go with this for this stream. Because let me be honest with you, I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
I've been on Tottenham away. I also done the preview show. I've spoke about the Chelsea game so much.
TJ, we've been on the same shows for the past 48 hours. Literally.
Yeah, so
We've been on this
my
one
narrative that
twice.
I wanted to sway.
This is the third time, teachers. This is the third time we've been on this show, and then plus you had Tottenham away in there. So it's the past 48 hours.
100%, man.
Yeah,
No rest in it.
Yeah, literally no rest.
Yeah, man. This is a 9 to 5, bro. We've clocked in and clocked. We haven't clocked out.
Yeah, it's Friday, bro. We haven't clocked out.
It's Friday and we haven't clocked out. We're still doing it.
Yeah.
But look, the narrative I wanted to put forward. Okay, cool. Look, I'm just flirting with it. I'm not saying it's factual.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that wants to take my word as literal, I can't really talk about football with you because you're just either young or you don't have common sense. And I'll say that straight away. And listen, I'm not bullshit because I'm not on some recklessness. Do you think what Angie's trying to implement simply is too hard for our midfielders to do?
Hold on, Andres. People talk about Ange out, but never leave you out when they've been here 24 years. Most of the people I stream with, including myself, leave you out. Just because we're talking about the manager doesn't mean we don't want the owners out too. I'm just saying the point. Sorry. Carry on.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Yeah.
Yeah, no, what I would say, what Angie's implementing right now, you think it's just a bit too hard for these players to play his system. Because for me, no matter who you have, you could have had Madison, Bentancur, Højbjerg, Bentancur, Skip, Bentancur, this guy, whatever, you know? You can have multiple combinations, but the midfield always seems to be the problem. Now, are we going to go down the route of saying the players are not good enough? Or are we going to go down the route and say the tactics are too hard? Because for me, when we bought Madison, we both agreed that it was a good sign. Can we agree with that?
Yeah. We can't go back on what we said, didn't it?
Yeah. When we bought Basuma, we both agreed that it was a good sign. Yeah?
They're decent players. They're good players. You know,
decent players. It's a good sign. Statement is it's a good sign. I'm not making a wild statement like world class. I'm just saying
they're good players.
It was a good sign.
Yeah.
At the time, it was a good sign. We could equally argue when we went for the Celso, me and you, I remember having conversations that it was a good sign. Right? So
I just want to bring up a point about Madison because you were the one who told me this.
Go for it.
I remember when we did that stream, and it's only come back into my head recently because of Madison's bad form. But you said, by the way, if I quote this wrong, I say this in wrong words. You correct me. Correct me. Correct me. But you were saying about Winks. You thought, Winks might be good in this system, better than Madison because Winks got better work rate or something like this. Do you think? Because Madison's a bit of everyone says the word maverick. Yeah. Do you think that's an issue now?
I will tell you straight.
Yeah.
I will tell you
exactly
straight.
what we said. Sorry.
No.
I was trying to,
No, it's fine. No, you're right.
Yeah.
I think I can have a good conversation with you. If I had this conversation with Harry, he will take everything literally.
Yeah.
Hence why, and be totally honest, don't take your dignity out there.
Yeah.
Hence why when Skip plays, he does all right. Name me one game that has been very poor in terms of like.
You mean Skip himself? Yeah.
Skip himself in the Ange era. I'm not talking about. In Ange era. We already know his quality. He's not good enough. I've said it already.
Yeah.
Don't take my word literal. But my point is, Winks, Skip, they're the type of players to play in the system. Why do you think we're going for Conor Gallagher?
They got the legs for it, innit?
Why do you think we're going for Conor Gallagher? That's just a glorified Winks and Skip.
100%. Yeah.
Bro, Am I making sense?
Yeah. I understand what you're saying personally. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Don't say it, mate.
You get clipped.
You get clipped. Listen, I'm past the clip stage, man.
Bro, we get clipped by Harry Scarf before, man. It's not.
Listen, I'm past the clip stage. It is what it is, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
like I only say things that look. I'm as well. Look, I'm gonna put my hands up. I don't do things for views. I say it how I feel it, and I see it. Look, some
I
things
think
might.
TJ, do you think TJ the problem is because we're going for players like Gallagher? I'm not saying Gallagher's bad or good. I kind of see him
It's
in
a
the middle.
glorified skip and wicks.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, and the thing is, Gallagher won't play half the pitch though. TJ, he'll be one of the ones further back. You know, Adrian, and I know he's in the chat, and we've had this conversation every night the past 3 nights, man. Probably, you know, he says he plays 2 8s and a 10, and obviously we want us to go and sign a Paulinho or someone like that. Yeah, we've not been linked with him at all. We've been linked with Gallagher like for the past year, I think, because apparently Ange likes him. So, are we going to see midfields with Ange of Gallagher and Benteke, for example, Gallagher and Basuma, like we see with Basuma and Sarr, and then a number 10? He plays with 2 8s and a 10. Yeah. So we're not going to sign that big, you know, Paulinho or even like I can't believe I'm saying this.
I agree.
If Makaleli was still playing, he ain't going to come to Tottenham. Like Ange wouldn't want him.
No, I agree, but see, the system is a lot of hard work, and it's like the word workhorse. In fact, he said it. He said it. Look, Gallagher got 8 goals, 3 assists for Palace, and he's got 7 goals, 8 assists for Chelsea this season. He's a workhorse.
Yeah,
you need players that are going to run. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm saying Gallagher is a glorified
winks and skip. Yeah,
winks and skip.
No, mate, you're spot on. I see what you're saying. But
if I say this to Harry, bro, he's gonna start saying,
"Skip's better."
I'm deluded. I'm this, that. You know, see, you have to have conversations with people that understand what I'm trying to say. Hence why we're struggling in the midfield area.
Yeah.
You know, we're struggling. We are. Let's be honest. Come on, lights, man. What is going on? Yeah, cool. We're struggling. We are really struggling.
But I'm saying, because I'm going off of what Adrian said. Yeah. Do you think we've misunderstood his system completely? And I'm not saying I agree with his system, by the way. This whole 2 8s and a 10 thing, TJ, because Basuma, we will praise Basuma at the start of the season, saying, "Oh, he's one of our best players." And let's be honest, I don't think he did that much defensive work in the first 10 games, from what I saw at least. Yeah, he was more ball carrying, and really, you know, he did the little 12s in the back line a bit. You know what I'm trying to say? And then you had Sarr in the run in, and Maddison was like right up top. Yeah, so we had 2 8s. Technically speaking, we did have 2 8s, which is why he doesn't really fancy Højbjerg, because whenever Højbjerg comes on, we complain. Some people will say he's not progressive enough. That's the word I use. Yeah.
The problem,
bro, he's a number 6. He's not a number 8. So what I'm trying to say is he wants to sell Højbjerg, TJ, bring Gallagher, and we're not going to have a number 6. He's going to play with 2 8s and a 10. He doesn't want a number 6.
And then we're gonna be more open.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that's what I'm saying. Do you think it's a systematic thing?
The problem he has as well. Look, Slow said something amazing as well.
Yeah.
He said that Man City and Arsenal do this to their fullbacks.
One shuffles.
One goes up, one shuffles in the defense.
I mean, Jose did it for us when we had.
The problem we have right now is we've got 2 bombing strikers or forwards or whatever you want to call them, advanced wingers, or they don't even go to the wing.
They're not even fullbacks anymore. They're not
even fullbacks. They're not named as fullbacks. They can't be. They're not. Because they find their positions up the pitch, innit? So they're basically attacking midfielders now, you know, or whatever you want to call it. I don't look. Again, I'm not the coach.
It's fine.
I'm just seeing it and saying it how it is, innit? Yeah. The coaches can correct me, but I hope most of them can dissect. They can foolproof what I'm trying to say. So you have both of them bombing up the pitch, which causes 2 problems. If you don't have the ball, It's really hard to defend with two people,
and to get
right?
Back. Yeah.
So what ends up happening every single time, and I said this on Tottenham away, I'm going to say it here. We concede the same goals every single time.
Yeah.
We concede the same goals. And if it's not a set piece, and I'm talking about set piece in general, it don't have to be a free kick, it can be corner. Set piece, that's the word. If it's not a set piece, it's what? An overhead ball.
Where's Nippon's question? So I must have missed it. Oh,
yeah.
Hey, Nippon has a question. Rival aside, I have a question. Were we very good, as in Chelsea, or were Tottenham very shit?
I'll be honest in it, yeah?
Just be blunt.
Yeah, I'll be blunt. I'll be blunt and honest. If we had Conte and we had Mourinho, we would beat you. You guys were in terms of you wasn't really powerful. I've seen better Chelsea teams over the years. And this team, and it's not even about the quality on the pitch, the way they played. This team was very weak. Very weak. We made Chelsea look good. But that's just me going back to my point. My point is this. When you're making other teams look good, it's hard for you to defend what he's trying to do. When we're conceding the same goals.
But it's Ange's fault. It's Ange's fault.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
We went on Tottenham. We went on Spurs Kings TV for a match reaction. Yeah, and everybody said we have to be calm and collective.
Yeah, bro, we were losing it.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
Respect to Marlon. He said you have to be calm and collective. Trust the process. I agree with what he's saying, but it's hard to defend something that keeps on happening. When something keeps on happening, it's like me saying you teach someone to tie their shoelaces.
Oh yeah,
every single time. Every single time,
he does it wrong.
He does it wrong.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to teach a person to tie their shoelaces?
Yeah.
You might as well just get them Velcro.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, you're spot on. You're actually spot on, mate. Wait.
Listen, I'm on some random thing, bro, today. Listen, bro, I've been talking about this Chelsea game too much. I dissected it, and I've looked from both angles. I even judged if I was being harsh. Like, I even started flirting with the idea, because I had to do the match debriefing, for the... Just to let you know, look, I'm not throwing no shade at nobody,
Yeah.
He's leaving in. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So there's certain things I can't say.
Yeah. I know. Now you.
So when you watch that video, you just let loose. When you watch that video, you're gonna see a different type of person. Yeah. So I had to capitalize and realize, like, jump into that narrative and be like, am I a bit harsh? Am I overreacting?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Is it me? Am I the problem? Has Harry been right all this time? You know what? These type of things go in your head. Because I had to speak about this Chelsea game maybe 4 times. I spoke about it 4 times, so I have it in my head. Hence why I got the glasses, bro. I've got the stats here. The stats don't lie. This is one thing that is universal. I'm very literal. You see where he said set pieces are not a problem. Every damn week we concede a set piece. It's definitely a problem.
Do you remember the other day when you go and just concussed?
He is.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, if I don't... This is the problem. You keep conceding the same goals, week in, week out, week in, week out, week in, week out. I don't have to be a coach.
Alex Scott says TJ, you need to break from top. Sorry,
Bro, listen, we keep conceding the same goals week in, week out, Yeah. So what? If we keep conceding the same goals over again, clearly there's a problem with set pieces.
Yeah.
But before we go into that set piece topic, I want to just deep dive into the actual match because we've gone quite a while. Okay, cool. So look, we started off really shaky. Look, we all knew that Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea would be the better team because we've not had a good record against Chelsea. That's one thing I have to say. And generally speaking, we started off really rough.
Van der Ven had to clear it off the line.
Yeah. So Mudryk plays in a through ball to Jackson. Vicario ends up rushing him and going forward, and he ends up kind of like slipping the ball around him. Yeah. Wherever it went, and Van der Ven had to make a goal line clearance, which in hindsight, it was like, oh, is this going to happen again? You know,
what worried me about that first instance? Yeah, I know. Thankfully, I was wrong in the end. But I was worried Van der Ven it was tired or something because he didn't get the first phase of that play. Yeah, with the ball to Jackson. And I was like, shit, what's going on with Van der Ven? And then he obviously got it at the end. But I don't know whether it's to do with like his body shape or something. Like I don't know. I have to watch it again.
Yeah.
But I was worried, bro. When I saw that, I was like, oh no, here we go again.
I think he did get there just in time because like if he was any slower, I thought that was a very good player.
Yeah.
I think he was there at the right time, the right place, you know. Cool. And the first half was a bit. What can I say?
You know, we had no shots on target in the first half.
It was rubbish. Let me be honest with you. We were giving the ball away. We didn't have no organization. Like in generally, we lost the midfield battle. And even when we did shift the ball over to our attacking players, e.g. Brennan Johnson, he was toothless, bro. He was running on skates.
I tried to find a good cross he played in that game. Yeah, I think he made one good cross. Is it one good cross? Or am I just clutching? Because that was honestly, he was dreadful.
He didn't make one good cross. He made one good pass.
He was dreadful.
I've analysed this game. I've watched
it was a one good pass.
Most of the game.
Sorry, was a cross or a pass? Sorry.
It was a pass across goal. Yeah. But in terms of like beating the first man, he struggled. He would always run against him and go backwards.
Yeah, check back every time.
He's definitely and we say Werner is worse than him, bro. Listen, bro, Werner is way better in this aspect. This is where I have to give props to Werner. At least he can beat the damn player. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
At least he can get past the player and actually create an opportunity because he was dreadful. On the other side, Son Anonymous, like he was gone.
Are we gonna have this hard conversation yet or not? Because I'm kind of sick of watching.
We can have it. Like generally, look, I don't have a problem to have it. You know, okay. Let me make a statement first before you go on to your Son statement. Yeah. You know how I am when it comes down to judging players. When it comes to Kane, I was the first fan, and I will copyright my name.
Like, bro, we also streamed for the first time back then. Do you remember? We started streaming together. You were like, first thing you said was, "I want Harry Kane to go." Do you remember?
I would copyright my name, and I said, when Man City came in for him, I felt like we had to release. Why? Because his stocks were depreciating, and at the time we could have got way more money. Again, it comes down to your stocks depreciating. Look, I'm not saying we have to throw away Son. I just want to make this statement why I'm making that statement. I'm not saying we have to do it now, but we have to start thinking. It's important to start moving away and moving on. For the benefit of Tottenham and the benefit for us as like fans, because we definitely need a new crop of players to come through. Honestly, what them crop of players, that's up to Levy. But generally speaking, you can't hold on to these players too long. Generally, they have a period where they're at their peak form. But yeah, go for it, bro.
Yeah, so like honestly, with Son, I've heard the narrative at the start of the season, TJ. Okay, let's start from the top. Last season, I'm sorry, he was poor. I don't care what anyone tells me. And I kind of wrote it off, but I said, oh, maybe this might be a one-off. And maybe I gave him the benefit of the doubt, let's say, yeah. So we start this season. Son plays on the left. Charles played up front in the first game. Two, three games, whatever it was. And we're saying we need to play Son in the middle. So he moves Son into the middle. He starts scoring his goals. Albeit, in my opinion, the quality of his goals were not that great. If it wasn't for Maddison's first 10 game, right now it seems like a patch of form, and people putting it, and I've seen a lot of people say it's not just me, on a plate for him, he wouldn't have scored those goals. Even you look at his last goal, he scored as a deflection against Luton. It wasn't even like a clear cut. Anyway, and now I'm seeing the narrative, TJ, we need to move Son onto the left. So it's like, to me, it's like fans are trying to force this guy into the team. And don't get me wrong, we don't have many options yet. I think Son is probably the least of our worries, but we need to move on from this player. And when I say move on, I don't mean we have to sell him tomorrow. Yeah. But we need to slowly buy some players and so he ease this guy out of the team. I don't mind keeping him as an impact player next season. Like, we can use him. And I actually think he might be better as an impact player because he can come on and give like a 30-minute sprint, for example, with an hour to go. Maybe come on, in my opinion, playing like a 4-4-2 with another striker we sign. Like, or maybe like, if you need to take off left wing and we sign, fingers crossed, and then bring on Son for the last 30 minutes to give us a bit something different. Like, you can do that. And in the cup games, he maybe will start a few cup games. But we're going to need to, because he's played so much football as well. On top of that,
we need to start to move on.
Move on. And like I said, I'm not saying to get rid of him straight away. And I don't think Levy will sell him, which is why I'm only pitching this plan, right? Because I don't think Levy will sell him. So we have to kind of make use of him somehow. So, like, you got to keep. That's my backup front three next season is going to be Johnson, Richarlison, and Son as a backup three. I don't want to sign Werner. Werner can, as far as I'm concerned, you go back to Germany. I want a whole new front line, and I want a number 6. But I keep saying I want a number 6. Our manager doesn't want a number 6, so we're just going to sign Gallagher.
You know, the only thing that I will obviously kind of challenge you on, and I've said this to you before. If you do go and get rid of Son
right now,
as you said, just argument's sake, if we was to get rid of Son, are you happy with the lineup that we have now with Werner, Johnson, and Richarlison? Because for me personally, I would rather keep someone like Son.
The only way,
even play Son, even though he is anonymous, because I know you could at least get a 20% Son and a special moment out of Son. I'm not saying that he will perform to the best of his levels, but I'm just saying, with the team that we've built, the mediocre team. Let's call it how it is. Let's call it how it is, and people are going to think I'm negative.
As Mr. Boxer would say, bang average.
It's one of the worst. It's one of the worst teams we've built for a long while. Even Pochettino's team, that front three. Look, take away Kane. Kane would obviously make the team look way better. But generally speaking, even Lucas Moura, Lamela, all of these players are way better than what we've got right now. Way. When I say way,
I think Moura walks into this team. I'm not gonna lie.
Moura walks. He happily walks in this team. You know what? Listen, it's gotten that bad. Even Steven Bergwijn is better than what
Lamela. I think Lamela might even get a game.
You know, and maybe I'm being harsh, but generally speaking, this is a very mediocre team. It is generally.
That's what we just said. But the problem is, TJ, is our best positions, right, are the back line on paper, right? But because we play the way we play, but TJ, because we play where we play, it's like Ange's making our defense look shit. But really, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not Romero's biggest fan, right? But he's a decent defender. Like, he's a good defender. So is Van de Ven, clearly. I'd argue Porro is grown as a defender, and Adogi's even come in. But they're good defenders. I think they're good defenders. They got recovery. Like, a lot better than when we had last season. But I think it's Andrew's making them look shit because we're playing this stupid system.
I agree with... Okay, I agree with you in terms of the system is what makes us play this way we play. But I'm still on the fence. And see, I will tell you why later on in the show, why I still believe we should give him as much time as...
You mean Ange?
And in terms, I think I'm not on the sack him now, get him out. I'm not on that. I'm on if next year we don't challenge as he stated, because I'm a very literal guy. Remember, something that you need to realize about me. I don't care about what's going around me. Yeah, anything can go around me. I don't follow the crowd. I listen to certain things, and every single thing I pull out. The same way he said that set pieces are not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we concede every single week a set piece.
Mm-hmm.
So now it is definitely a problem. So you got two statements that don't align with each other.
All the players are his signings, TJ.
Exactly. That's another statement. That's another bold statement that he's made. All the players are his signings. So when
I hate to say it, TJ, in this way,
him,
but he's digging himself his own hole. Like, he's digging himself his own grave, literally.
Exactly. Peter, perfect that you said that. Let's see what he comes in
the summer.
I agree with you. That's why I'm not saying Angel. I hope on, lads. Lily White, yeah, 100%, bro. If you want to.
Where is it? What did he say that? I missed it.
In the comments.
Okay.
But Haj, you're gonna have to message him.
Robbie, do you have my number? Are we in the same chat? Maybe I'll find it. Don't worry. Give me.
I can't message you because I'm on. It's quite difficult. I can't.
No. Robbie, just give me 5 minutes. I'll find your number. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just carry on, TJ. Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. No worries. So when he says literal comments in terms of like I'm lost what I was going to say. When he says literal comments, like these things are factual, that he's going to do this, he's going to do that. This is not important. That right there to me is red flags, and I hold him from what he says. So at the end of the season, next season, if he doesn't do what he said he's going to do, I will be the first person on this panel and probably the first Spurs fan to call quits. Because personally, look, I don't know about anybody else in it, yeah, but I'll be the first one to call quits. Because I will say to you, this guy is out of his depth, or generally speaking, he's just lying to us. And then when I said he's lying, a lot of people took it in the wrong way. I don't mean literally lying. I mean in terms of gaslighting what we are, where we're trying to do, what our season's gonna come to. Do you get where I'm coming from? When you're gaslighting someone, you have to sell them a big dream, and this is a problem, lads. I enjoy the banter. Yeah, no, believe me, Ange is reading the script written by Levy. That's an underrated comment, to be honest with you. Yeah, no. I listen. I agree. I'll tell you, when I was playing, we didn't need the coach to tell us to mark. We knew who to mark. Peter, I agree with you. However, when you're playing zonal marking, which Ange has said, play zonal marking, that's on Ange. That's not on nobody else. Listen, if a player is 50 meters up, what? Listen, if I'm playing zonal, I can't really come out of my zone, can I? Good evening. Put your hands in the air if you want Ryan Mason in. I say hell no. And in. Don't get Levy on the wobble. Look, I agree. Listen, bro. Listen. Today, I'm at a point where I'm analyzing things literal. I agree. I wouldn't want Ryan Mason to take control, but then I wouldn't want us to be in a situation where we're just wishing things are going to be right. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Robbie, did you check your WhatsApp? I think I sent it to your WhatsApp. I hope it's the right person, but I think it's the right person. Yeah.
He's got the picture is he's got his back turned to the side.
Yeah. I sent it to that guy. Yeah.
Perfect.
He was like, hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. So, how's he there? Oh no, he's gone. Cool. All right, cool. So like Werner's clear of Saka.
I think he's just going to laugh, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. That's something that Harry Scarf would say.
Yeah, you're actually right. I'm not gonna lie.
You know. Cool. So going into
He's coming on in 2 minutes. So Robbie's coming on in 2 minutes. Yeah.
Cool. Going on to the game, and we've kind of like kind of flirted, but this is a deep dive. I'm sorry, bro. I know this segment of Chelsea's taking so long, but bro, I'm analyzing this shit. Cool. We then give away a foul, a long VR, like a long free kick, and Gallagher and Palmer step up for it. Obviously, Gallagher is the one that has obviously taken it. He's obviously
in the chat.
As all these comments are appearing.
Do you mean as in we're not showing all the comments? Because there's a lot of comments, Ben. I'm not ignoring you, but or do you mean that people are writing stuff in the chat and it's not coming up? In what way? Do you mind explaining? Sorry.
Yeah, cool. So
because I'm trying to show as many comments as I can, but we're still talking at the same time. So I'm not ignoring you guys. It's just that we're talking as well.
Yeah, like I was saying, back to what I was saying. Gallagher steps up to it. He's obviously done amazing ball, to be honest with you. Let's give him credit where credit is due. The ball's gone over the top and it's landed in the right area. In the right area on Trevor Traveller's head, and he's headed it. It's looped over Vicario. So the way he's gone, and it's a very good header. Let's not BS. It's a very good header. The technique he used for it, definitely very good header.
The screen's not coming up in the chat. What?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm confused. Sorry, it must be a technical thing. I don't know.
Now the question I have about this free kick, innit?
I'm so sorry, guys. If there's other technical difficulties, I'm not the guy. I don't know what's going on at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Now the problem we have about this free kick, another set piece conceded, man.
Do you want to talk about where our players were standing? Because that was fucking ridiculous.
Zonal marking as well. What I don't understand is why we consist on playing the zonal marking. That's the question I'm going to propose to you, Has. I'm sorry I've kind of like taken over.
Don't worry, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah. But this zonal marking clearly is not working.
I mean, it's a simple answer. It's just our way, mate. That's what I'm going to say to you. It's just our way, mate. You don't want to change it. I mean, and the thing is, I think it is down to Ange, because Ange picked this Yedinat guy who's for Palace as his coach, right? To do this, to sort this out. It's like, okay, I'll give you an example, right? Say I took the Spurs job, and instead of picking out someone like who I scouted, like, I don't know if scout's the right word, but I looked across Europe, TJ, and I said, who's the team that's doing the best set pieces? And I can try and grab one of their coach or whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, right? As I do like with my due diligence, yeah?
So who's the team doing the best set pieces, and you're talking about Arsenal?
Yeah.
Arsenal's really consistent.
No, I'm not saying you have to grab their guy, but I'm saying you look at other teams in Europe, maybe lesser than us. I use that in quotation marks, and think, which one can we poach that can help us? Yeah. Instead of doing that, it almost comes across to me. It's like the same thing as it's an example I can use. I call one of my mates up. I got the mate,
and then you get the job. Do
you want to do some job at Tottenham? Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. And with Mason, man, it's even fucking worse because the guy was already there, and Ange just said yes. Okay, we'll have Mason as the attacking set piece coach.
I agree with you. Definitely the person.
That's how it
comes
across to me. I might be wrong, I might be wrong, but I'm just.
Yeah, no. You're right. You bang on. The coaching personnel is not good enough. The coaching standard is not good enough. I'm not a coach myself, but I can see it's not good enough. It's not saying the host isn't on the broadcast and not letting me on.
What? Hold on. Sorry, Robbie.
We're not.
Robbie. Yeah. Sorry
we can't let you on. Listen, bro.
No. Give me 5 minutes. I sent the wrong link. Sorry, Robbie. Give me 5 minutes.
Oh, you got the host. You got the host thing, yeah?
No. I sent him the link to the old one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry, mate. Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's my fault. I sent him the wrong link because I'm used to the link that we use in the group chat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hear that. Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, Robbie. I'm not ignoring you. Give me a few minutes.
Yeah. I know. I thought because Marlon came on, innit? You're not the host.
It's a new link. It's a new link now.
Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah, no. So back to what I was saying. Yeah. So, you're right, Has. You're definitely right in terms of the coaching level is not where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Now, when your manager is coming out and saying, and think about it, your coaching level is not where it needs to be, and your manager's coming out. Set pieces are not important. What? You get where I'm coming from, bro? Like, look, the level of the level of the coaching is not there. We've established that. TJ, you look like Will Smith from Men in Black. I know who Will Smith is, but yeah, thank you, man. Yeah. When we've already established the coaching is not good enough. You know, even if it's Ryan Mason doing it, or even whoever's doing the set piece coaching, they need to be sacked. I think right now it's turned into a massive issue where we have to really look at what he's trying to implement, and we need to stop it. You know, I'm at the point where I don't even care if we don't score forward. I want to at least have a clean sheet.
Just watch a 0-0. Just watch a 0-0.
I want to watch a 0-0.
Yeah.
And remember why we chose to move on from that type of manager, because we were watching Conte and we were getting quite bored of playing this depressing backwards.
I think we actually have someone who said Levy out and Ange out at the same time.
Oh, I am Levy out, but remember who appointed Ange Postecoglou. I say with my chest, I want both out. Oh, toxic.
Are you Ange out?
You've turned. Because last week, I remember you were saying
he was talking in the chat, yeah? TJ, he was talking to me in the chat, big up Toxic. And he goes to me, we'll talk about Ange out, yeah? And he goes to me, oh, how about Dyche as a joke? I was like, yeah, why not?
Big up yourself, bro. How you been?
Good to see you, TJ. Good to see you, Haz. Hope you're both well. Everyone in the chat's well. I'm getting.
I can see now. Okay, I don't know what happened. Yeah. You weren't Spurs. I can see now. I can see before.
Yeah. So, back to like what I was just about to say in terms of like, if Ange is saying that the set pieces are not good, and we've just agreed that the coaching, whoever's coaching it, is not really good enough. There's definitely a problem, or there's definitely a communication problem. I'm not stating that I know it all, but I'm stating someone has to fix it. And if we carry on conceding these set pieces, it's just going to get worse.
To me, this is the most simplest problem we can fix. I know it sounds mad, yeah. We have all these problems in attack and midfield, but with the current crop of players we have, surely we could get them on the training pitch on a Sunday, or not Sunday, but you know what I mean, on a Monday, and say, look, guys, we need to practice corners. We need to practice defending free kicks. We just decide who we're picking up in each corner, who we're picking up in each free kick. Get this Yedlin act to decide, okay, what team we play next? Okay, well, look, we're playing Liverpool. What tall players do they have? Who's going to mark who? Like, with zonal marking is a load of bollocks. I'm so sick of it. Like, it's just, I'm just fed up of watching zonal marking. They're marking shadows, in my opinion. But anyways, Robbie, what do you think?
What do you think? What was your opinion about it? Give me a second.
Look, it's the game now. You know, zonal marking, it's a part of the game, but I don't like it. I like the old school way of man-to-man. You mark this player, I'll mark that player, one-on-one when defending set pieces. And I don't think it's all down to zonal marking, because Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, a lot of the top teams in the Premier League and Europe zonal mark at the minute. I just think it's our reluctance to actually practice set pieces. I don't think
it's the actual choice of the style. Sorry, you think it's like they're just not practicing, basically?
No. I think it's a number of things. I think we're not practicing them enough in training. And I think that because Ange came out on the weekend, he was sort of reluctant to say that it was a problem. And I just can't understand that when he was coming out and going, well, if it's a problem, we'll work on it. You know, it's been a problem all season. Only 4 teams have got a worse set piece record than us. They're the bottom 4 teams in the league.
I know, I saw the list this morning.
I don't think we're working on them enough. I don't think the manager's focusing on them enough. And I don't think the players as well, they've got their part to play. Yeah, you know, zone marking, I don't really agree with it. And I think we're probably not working on it enough. But sometimes have the common sense to contend for the ball and jump in the air. I mean, not so much yesterday, but against Arsenal for that Havertz goal, you see 4 Arsenal
I don't
players
even want to
jumping
stop
in
what
the
I
air.
got, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 players jumping in the air trying to win the ball. 1 Spurs player, and it was Romero. The rest were just standing there. And I think that's where the players have got to jump up and fight for the ball. I think we need to practice them more. I don't think we are. I think the manager needs to realise that they're a serious issue. And what I don't like, you see a lot of people going, oh, if it wasn't for set pieces, we would have got this result.
That's a
They're a
funny
big
comment, man.
part of the game. They're a big part of the game.
Nah, this summer could be the first time in God knows how long England going to a major tournament with no Spurs players. Maybe they win it. Maybe they win it. You know, it's a fact because look, over the last what 15 years, we've struggled to win things and our players have just fallen short. So maybe it's the cycle. You know, maybe it's a cycle. Because even look at the way Dyer's playing over at Bayern.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Think
Ryan
about it. Look,
Reynolds.
exactly. He might even get into the Euros. Believe me.
Yeah.
And he might even start over Maguire. But this is the way of life, man. We're just
Do you think
really
we're cursed? Do you think we're cursed, guys? Then
we must be, man.
do you remember when
We must-
Adebayor had that juju stuff? Do you remember back in the day in like 20?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, he jujued. What was it? Was it his grandma jujued or something? I can't remember what it was."
I don't know, but we've got Gigi.
Yeah.
we've lost our Tottenham. We've lost our way. And the first thing that Levy said,
Got Tottenham back. We did kind of really, if you think about it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right, so going on, sorry. That half was just absolutely nonsense, to be honest with you. We didn't really have much of the ball. Well, we did really. We had the possession, but we just didn't do nothing with the ball, you know? Half time, this is the interesting one that I want to really ask you guys. 62 minutes in, and said enough is enough, and he's made the triple substitution. He's brought on. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Højbjerg, Madison. That's what
No. I want to tell you for who to who, innit? Yeah. Listen, this is why it's good to have these glasses. These glasses are powerful. Cool. So Richarlison off for Bentancur, and then Madison. Hold on 1 second. Let me go up.
Madison
off for Papasar.
Yeah.
And the final one, Bissouma off for Højbjerg.
And we pushed Son up top. That's what was the change.
Yeah, and we put Son up top, right? And we obviously moved everybody in their places where we needed to move them, right? Cool.
Yeah.
So now my question to you guys, isn't it? We made a triple substitution. Were the right players to play put on at that time? And were the players that he took off, was it the right players? Because I was a bit not upset, but confused why Richarlison got taken off. Not because he was doing anything first half, but the fact is he had the least amount of touches that first half.
But is that down to him though, TJ? Because he wasn't getting.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. He wasn't getting the ball to his feet, and it was a struggle. So ultimately, to take off your striker and bring in Højbjerg, the defensive one, you get where I'm coming from. Makes no sense. And it's nothing. I don't have nothing against these players. I'm just saying, if you're going to try and win it, you go, and Madison was a good one. Bentancur was a good one. But the Højbjerg one, I didn't understand it. And even when he came on, the first 4 passes, and I counted it, the first 4 passes were misplaced passes.
Yeah, Højbjerg started really shit when he came. I remember, yeah.
Or you take off the left the left back in Emerson Royale and just go for it. Just generally go for it. Play free.
If it was me, TJ, I'm not a manager, of course. I would have gone 4-4-2 at that point, but he won't change the system, so it's not going to happen. So he just what Ange seems to do, from what I can see, is he just changes the players within these 4-3-3. So he'll change it. Oh, now I'm changing the midfielders. Now I'm going to change the attack. And let's see if it makes any difference. But it doesn't change the actual like tactics at all, really. It doesn't change the whole shape of the team. It's still the same. The only difference is, I think, in the second half is because Chelsea all 1-0 up. They kind of, I don't think they put the foot on the gas. I just think they knew they were winning. And then we didn't really have many. I think the only shot we had that I remember hit the target was Højbjerg's really shit shot. Do you remember it? It went straight to keeper.
Oh yeah, and it was like one of his like first few touches.
Yeah,
I remember.
That's the only shot I remember on target. I'm sure there's another one, but I don't think we really gave Chelsea much to think about, if I'm honest.
Was Chelsea even that good? That's
They weren't that great. They weren't that great.
So why are we performing? Why is our performances becoming like this? You know, well, we're meant to be an attacking team. We're not attacking them. It makes no sense.
Yeah, feels like the same thing.
What do you think the problem is, Robbie? In terms of
it feels like the same thing happens every season, mate. You know, we start off well, false dawn, and towards the end, the players check out. It's just so frustrating. And yesterday, I think with Andrew's substitutions, I thought first 15, 20 minutes in that second half, we were playing okay. We were all right. But then after that, I mean, then he makes the changes when we started the second half better. You either make them at half time for me, or you make them a lot later in the game. Not when we're actually the team on top and put Chelsea under a little bit of pressure. But I think the performance overall was poor.
I think is TJ frozen on your computer like mine?
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
TJ, you're right. I don't know what happened.
I thought he was just getting very excited about what I had to say there.
Oh, he's back.
I must have been frozen in the weirdest angle because what did I just?
Oh, bro, don't.
You had your face up to the screen, happy, mate. I thought he's loving what I've got to say.
No, bro, that's too much. That's actually too much.
I think we've got there's a lot of problems at this club that have been there for years, and I'm someone who thinks Ange Postecoglou should be given time. I don't think sacking the manager straight away is the resolution. I don't think sacking the manager straight away will resolve things.
But Toxic's proper chosen. Like he's proper turned, man.
Yeah, I'll judge him next season if he's given the players. That's when I'll judge him. He said.
But do you think he was going to get the players he wants, Robbie? Though.
No. We've got Levy as our chairman.
But then, Robbie, one thing I'll throw at you, and this is not against you, I don't want to say this like a personal thing, so I know you're very Anjan. But he said to us every signing is his. So I just have to assume Solomon was his, Johnson was his, Werner's was his.
Yeah.
Players like this are his because he's told us every signing is his. So what happens in the summer, Robbie, and we go and sign, I don't know, we do Werner on a permanent, we go get, I don't know, some unknown striker. We look at Jimenez a lot. You know, we have a bad window, basically. Let's say on paper it's a bad window, or you know, we don't start the season well because the window is bad. Ange literally told us we're challenging for the title next season. Remember, TJ? And every signing is his. Every signing is his. So he's dug, in my opinion, Robbie, he's dug himself his own hole. Like this is ridiculous at this point. His best thing to do is he should not have said anything.
1000%.
He didn't have to say something. He didn't even have to say anything.
But that's the fact. That's the fact. This is what I really hate about Ange. And I'm sorry, mate. It might. What's going on, man? About 5 minutes.
They're coming after you, bro.
Not me, man.
Mate, the toxicity police are coming after you because you're calling out Ange.
Yeah, no. This is what makes me, and I always get quoted wrong when I say these type of things, but this is what really annoys me about Ange. He talks too much. And sometimes when someone talks too much, he's a very good bullshitter. He's got that. You know, he could say something and you will believe it because he's just got that energy. If I said it, he'd probably be like, no, you're lying. Like, in what world? Listen, we've had better managers. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say. We've had better managers come to Tottenham with no disrespect to Ange, and you might think I'm putting him on the playing field as these other managers, but we've had better managers that have won things that have been established in the Premier League, you know, wouldn't dare to say I'm going to get the title.
I think it's nonsense, honestly. I think
It's nonsense.
Nonsense. Yeah.
And for me personally, when you set the standard so high, if you don't achieve that standard, for me, it's not about giving him time. It's about firing him, because generally he didn't reach his goal.
But this is why
you told me you're going to do something.
People like Harry are bought into this. That's why he's talking next season we're going to win the FA Cup and challenge for the title, because he's heard it from
Exactly.
Ange. I don't blame him, because Ange said it. I don't blame him in that respect, because Ange told him that. So you only have to go by what this guy says. If we're going to take Conte's words literally about the club, if we're going to take Jose's words literally, we're going to take Poch's words literally, we have to take every other manager's words literally. The problem is, I called Ange a liar, and I got a lot of backlash on Tottenham away. Listen, I read all them comments, and a lot of people said I was really negative. It's not even me being negative. I don't even read the comments, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's not about me being negative. I hope I just want to clear something. It's nothing to do with negative. I have an agenda. Nothing to do with that. Nothing. When someone says something and he doesn't
deliver,
do it, you know, he's lying. For me personally, he's gaslighting everybody.
Look, I'll give you it's a bad example I can think of. But say TJ, I call you up one day and I go, you know what, TJ, I've got this really fit girl for you. She looks like Margot Robbie, blah blah. And then I set you up with her, bro, and you turn up and she's like some dead thing. We'd be like, Harry, you lied to me, bro.
100%, bro. Listen, I will look at you. I'll look at you, and I'll look at her, and I'll look at you, and I'll be like, what have you set me up with?
Yeah, I lied to you, innit? I sold you a dream. I said to you,
because you sold me the dream.
Yeah.
But the problem that we have, and look, it's not just about lying. See, what people have to put into consideration with Ange, it's not just about lie. Look, I'm using the term lie. Maybe there's another word. I'll probably look in the dictionary later on today and see. But he's set the standard so high. But what he's doing right now, he can't even get top 4. So how do you expect him to get the title? You're saying the media really bigged up Ange at the start of the season. Yeah, no, 100%. But it's like you can't even get top 4. You're saying you're going to go for the title, but then you don't want marquee signings. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
In what world do we work in?
But this is why.
When has it in history?
This is why TJ. This is why Harry believes Werner is better than
this. This is why. And we have a regular host. Happy Feet Harry.
He knows Harry. He's been on Harry's show.
Oh, you know him, Harry Scarf. Yeah, I love him. Yeah. Ange has managed to convince Werner is better than Trossard.
Because he's an Ange signing in Harry's eyes, and I don't blame him for thinking that, because he came out and said every time.
He believes that, man. Go on our previous shows when he's not been on for the last 2-3 weeks. I've been calling him out. I've been throwing dead shots at him.
Bro, we did it last week.
Last week, innit? You know what? In fact, you got your phone on you. Wait, you got your phone on you.
Yeah.
Ange has broken him. Play the voice note. Ange has broken Happy Feet Harry. Listen, it will never come out of his mouth, but we have to. We've broke him. Me and Hans have broke him. We've broke him.
Let me just find it. Hold on.
Do you know what I will say though? Look,
I'm allowed to play the voice note.
Play the voice note. It's not that bad.
Honestly,
it's not bad at all. Yeah, it's not that bad at all. I think he's just come to realization that.
Hold on, I might put my headphones on. Hold on a second.
Yeah, go for it.
Let me know, guys. Let me know if you hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at the end of my tether with Ange. I never thought I'd say that, but he can't accept that set piece is the problem. It's driving me mad.
So play it again, but do exactly what you're going to do.
To be totally honest with you, I'm at the end of my tether with Ange. I never thought I'd say that, but he can't accept that set piece is the problem. It's driving me mad.
We've got him. He's switched sides. He's now realised that it's not all Mary and roses. He's now opened his eye. The next thing is
the man at the higher
Moving up.
moving up the scale. We have to get him. Listen, I was surprised that he even said
TJ,
something like
should I
that,
say
you
something?
know?
He was cracking on Monday night because I was on the show Monday night, remember?
Yeah.
He was cracking that day. I could tell something was, I was like, something was cooking, but I didn't expect that voice note today, this morning.
Bro, listen, today, it surprised me.
But we're not attacking Harry.
Guys
I'm just saying, it's just,
guys that don't understand who we're talking about, me and
they should
Happy
know.
Feet.
We're on this show. We're on
we're on the
Friday
show
night.
every single week, innit? Yeah. You don't understand the energy that we've brought together. We've become a family. Let's be honest with you. Like, we've become a family, so I can easily comment on these stuff and call him out for what he is, and I can call him deluded, and he won't get offended to it. Because I know he knows in the grand scheme of things, I will have his back. Especially, we went wild. There was a week where we went overboard and we were just arguing, we were just arguing that weekend. A lot of people went for Harry, and I even defended him,
Well, I even defended him online. You defend him, I remember,
100%.
Online.
Because it's the
we have
love.
like our jokes between each other, whatever, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, he'll always bring up the Emerson thing to you, like, every time.
Yeah, 100%. He'll always bring up the Emerson. I can't get away from it.
Yeah,
it's one of them things that now is stuck with me. But this is what I don't understand. People would want to move Romero in midfield, but Sarr is the craziest move. You get where I'm coming from? I don't understand that as well. But enough about our inner life, because I feel like
it's about Tottenham, not about
Tottenham. Yeah.
I don't ask Robbie this question because I think he's the first person. Okay, a lot of people make comments about the players' body language, about the players kind of being checked out. I've seen a lot from Iggy on Tottenham Away. I don't know if you watched this video. Obviously, a lot of the fans are checked out as well, but these people paid like hundreds and thousands of pounds a week to play for us, right? But especially with, I think it was kind of metaphorically shown with the Højbjerg Son disaster class for the goal. I don't know who was supposed to take control in that situation, but anyway. But do you think he's losing? Because there's even rumors, by the way, this morning I was reading that he has lost the dressing room, or he's lost some in the dressing room. Do you think this has happened, or do you think it's been blown out of proportion? Because I know you're Anjin. I just want your take on it. So.
Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily lost the dressing room, but I think this season the players have given up when it comes to giving their 100% and their all for the club. We saw that last night by the state of their performance.
Sorry, bro.
Oh, was it actually him? Was it actually him?
It was.
I didn't even know, man.
Listen, that's why that voice note can't get out to nobody, bro.
Sorry, Robbie, carry on.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, bro. It's just
no worries, lads. But I think the players come across like they've checked out for this season. And I personally think if the players aren't bothering, why should I bother? I get that before the season we said transitional season, and a lot of fans predicted us mid-table, but we got ourselves into a really good position at the beginning of the season. And despite injuries, we've completely fallen off a cliff. It's gone tits up. There's no beating around the bush. And a lot of players just look like they're not fighting for the club, and they're not fighting for the manager this season. Now, personally, the reason I don't want Ange sacked is because I think that's just repeating the same cycle. I think we went out there and bought in about 5 or 6 first-team players for Ange last summer. If we go ahead and sack him, then we've got to bring in a manager who's then inheriting those Postecoglou players and wants to bring in his own players with a tight, stingy bastard like Daniel Levy. It just doesn't work well. I'll judge him next season personally, depending on what he does. And if it's like this next season, then I probably won't want him at the football club anymore. But I think there's bigger issues than the manager. But you know what I will say, Has? I think it was about a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
I had a debate with you, and Harry Scarf was on there. And we
ironically, yeah.
And you was and you were saying about Kim Son, and I was saying that he's not been very good, but he is still a top player. And you were saying that he is falling off. And at the time, I wasn't sure about that.
I remember
and
it was pretty heated, actually. Don't worry, it was off
about a month and a half later. Do you know what? I'm starting to think that you might have picked up on that earlier than I did, and other people did, because the way that man's been performing, he can't be one man on the wing. And I don't want to specifically scapegoat, but he's meant to be our captain. He's meant to be the leader. Yet he can't take on Alfie Gilchrist. And I know
that was honestly, Robbie, that was a damning assessment last night. You can take on that player. I thought it was like,
have some confidence too. He was just so poor. He looked so reluctant to shoot. In my opinion, next season I give him, like with Ange and like with a lot of those players, because we said this season we're transitioning, and then I judge. But also, just because I'm judging personally players and managers next season, it doesn't mean that I agree with the fans who are just saying, "Oh, it's fine," you know, first season. Every loss, it still hurts. That's 3 losses in a row. And we've lost to Arsenal and Chelsea in a week. And I'm not taking the emotional side out of it, because I've got Arsenal and Chelsea mates. And this week has been absolute hell.
Robbie, my phone, you know, during the game, my phone at Arsenal, my phone was pinging like mad. Like, I checked at half time, I was like, I've got like 500 messages.
I'm questioning why I friended these guys when they said that they were Arsenal.
To be fair, it's just banter. Like, these people are not like rude to me, but it's just I'm just fed up with seeing like 500 messages on WhatsApp.
Exactly. It's like bottling them and bottled this.
Can I just read something to you quickly? Ange's comments, because this kind of goes into what the question I asked you. So Ange after the game said, asked if that performance had been convinced him that his demands were getting through to the squad. Postecoglou told that and Standard Sport, that's a fair reflection, but the question for me is always are they doing it because I'm telling them to do it, or are they doing it because they believe it? And then he goes on to say, and that's always the process you're going to go through. It's inevitable at the start that most of it's happening because you're telling them to do it. So at least I'm making an impact. At least they're listening to me. That's one box ticked, he said. But for it to truly evolve into something, it's because the players believe it. And I've seen the players growing into it, but we're not there yet.
Man. Huh? I hate this believement mindset, man. Believe. We dare to die.
He says it's great they're listening to me, but it's challenging to play this way all the time. You can't just dip your toe in. You've got to be all in. I've seen the growth within the group for that, but they've still got a long way to go. How do you guys interpret those comments?
It's challenging to play this way all the time. You're the one setting up the system. Do you know what I mean? I'll judge him next season. I'm not asking him to park the bus, but Jesus, mate, you're playing the exact same way in every single game. I'm not asking him to change it completely, but just sometimes put the wing backs out wide, drop the line back a little bit. Because if you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, it's just stupid.
But what I really picked up on, Robbie, was the whole comment about whether players believe in it or not. I think that's where this whole dressing room question came from. I'm not saying I don't know if he's off I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, do you think the players believe in this system, Robbie? Because I'm basing what he said. Yeah,
I agree with what you're saying, bro. Listen, 110%. I agree with what you're saying. Do the players believe in it? Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. You know, who knows?
I'm not saying. Do you think they believe in it? Do you guys think they believe
the diamond signs? The diamond signs are what I would do is follow up. So previously, he was asked, "Can you see improvement?" And he said, I can see improvements. There's 4K. I've seen improvements. And what we're seeing on the pitch right now is definitely not improvements.
It's actually worse.
So, it's worse. So going back to what you're saying, it's a case of, bro, whatever comes out of his mouth is just a lie after a lie. It's like a lie goes onto another lie, and it's a deeper lie. I'm sorry, because I'm a very logical person. If you tell me the water's wet, I'm going to believe you it's the water's wet. If I put my hand inside the water and I'm not wet, you're a liar. He just said there's improvements before. Now he's saying, can the players they have to believe in it. What do you mean? Bro, I believe in God, yeah? I believe in God, but I'm not going to tell every other person to believe in God. It's up to them.
I'm not saying he's not lying, right? Okay, because I think at this point, I think his problem is
He's
he told
gaslighting us, man.
so much crap that he's kind of
It's
he's on his own web of light, like his own web.
Yeah. It's like the glass is full, and now you can't keep in the lies. Yeah, okay, cool. Look, there may be another word for it. Look, I'm using it as lies, but
these comments, I took it as though, and I'm basing it back to previous managers like Conte, Jose. You know how we used to play different systems, right? And people were saying, a lot of people were arguing, these players can't play this system. We need to play more attacking, blah, blah. Or they'll say, and then the players remember under Poch, they checked out, they got fed up with the training sessions, or what was it? Something like that. They didn't like the training sessions, I was reading. So it's like, from a football manager's standpoint, I'm not a manager, by the way, but I can see what his comments mean. I think he's trying to say, if these players don't believe this is the way we should play, then how's this gonna work out? That's how I took his comments as partly as well, because
okay, cool.
Because they did believe in Conte, because everyone kept saying, "Oh, these players don't want to defend for 90 minutes," or Jose. But
yeah, just to flip it around, I agree with what you're saying. The players have to believe. Yeah, cool. That's one thing, innit? Believing. But do you believe in what you're doing? Because clearly, what I'm seeing on the pitch. Listen, I've never seen a guy shout so much in terms of like that. He definitely he's definitely rethinking his strategy now, because that's another thing.
You think?
Yeah, 100. I think he has to. He needs to rethink his strategy. His strategy is clearly not working. He's realized that it's not working in the Prem. I think he's overwhelmed, and I think what's that guy Maz on Tottenham away? He said it really. Said it very well. He said, when someone has realized that it's not working, you should go back to full, like, your natural knowledge. Yeah. His natural knowledge is what he's seeing right now. So now he's overwhelmed.
Do you think the job is too big for him, TJ? I said about Nuno as well. I thought that
I'm not gonna dishearten where he's done and what he's done in his past lives. That's when I say past life, I mean past jobs, in it. But you get where I'm coming from. I'm not gonna say that this job is bigger than that job and that job is bigger than this job, and that's not what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this as a fact. When you are put in a situation where a club hasn't won a trophy for the last 15 years, and see my requirements, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for the club. I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah.
Myself, this is what I believe in. You guys can disagree with it if you want to. But the reason we hired him was to win trophies, because the requirement was to win trophies. We didn't do it with Conte. We didn't do it with Mourinho. We didn't do it with Nuno. We didn't do it with Poch. So any past managers, we didn't do it with. So this manager has to do it. And if he doesn't do it, that's the standard for me. Personally, that's the standard. And a lot of people are going to think, oh, the standard of we should build, and nah. Forget that. I don't really care about the building. We've been processing this process for a long while. This process has been processing, and now the memory card is broken.
You know when you say that, bro, it makes me think of a computer getting updated or something.
The memory card is broken. Yeah, the memory card is broken. Look, it's definitely broken, bro. The memory card. You know what? Yeah, all the teams around us. Let's put it like this. Yeah. We're still on the PlayStation 1. Bro, it's been 4 or 5 generations, isn't it? Yeah, and we're still playing that PlayStation 1. Where Arsenal has gone PlayStation 5.
Black and white screen, mate.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like we're still processing. So this is my issue. Look, again, I'm gonna just say how I see it. The standard should be winning trophies, and if the standard is not winning trophies, then
I'll give you an example, TJ. Okay, again, I'm not a manager, I'm not a PR person, but if I was a manager, I'd come out and say, this club hasn't won trophies for X number of years. The goal is for me to win the trophy that this club get that back into the club ethos.
Agreed.
And I want to play, and in Andrew's case, I say I want to play attacking football because it with the Spurs previous I don't know, not iterations, but as in the history of the club, is always to play this Spurs way. Like that's how I would have did, but I wouldn't say, oh, we're in a title challenge next season, because that also, when you're saying that, you're basically saying I want to win this certain title, this certain trophy, sorry, rather than saying broadly trophies as like the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. You know, I want to bring this. But when he's talking about trophies before, he said, "Oh, one trophy like the Carabao Cup won't make."
The key factor is when Conte done his exit speech. Yeah. And he said it how it was, and he said it how it is, right? And a lot of people at the time was like, "No, that's not my club. That's not the club that I know." You know. Now look at what we're at. Where we're at. Look, for me, I would totally be on Ange's side, and believe me, if he said, "Look, it's going to be a long process. We're going to struggle. There's going to be bumps in the road. But I'm trying to build something amazing here." And
you see Tommy's comment, by the way, processing the process malfunction. Sorry, I had to put it up because it was too funny.
Yeah. No. I would have been more on his side if he came with, "Listen, this is where we're going. This is where we're going to go. I want to win a trophy. Yes, 100%. It could be a trophy, but it's going to take time. Be honest."
Yeah.
Listen, I would happily sit here and say, "Listen, bro, we can give him about 3 years."
But he's contradicting himself, TJ, because
100%.
Because he firstly told us it might need how many windows? Was it 4 windows? I don't know how many windows. Now he's saying next season we're going to be title champions. So what is it then?
You see my point? When you bullshit too much, once a liar, always a liar. See, I keep going on to this lying thing because I can't see it more than just how it is.
Yeah.
Look, I see it how I say it. Look, I might not be one of the smartest individuals. I do. In fact, I am pretty smart. Believe me, when I left my GCSEs, I got A stars to these, man. Think about it.
I did as well.
Yeah. So I am pretty smart. It's just like
I didn't.
Oh,
but I act dumb. I act dumb, and I know
this is why this is the best show of the week, because we talk about like
nonsense. No, we talk about nonsense. Like, generally speaking. So look, I might not be smart, I might not have the full knowledge like Postecoglou, but one thing I'm clear with. Once you start lying and carrying on lying and saying one thing here and then carry on, it's like my dad is a millionaire. Yeah, he bought me a Lamborghini. I turn up to school in a Nissan Micro, and then I say to my friends when I walk inside the schoolyard that the car's broken down. This is the car that my dad has just been given. I go home. I live in a council flat. You see, once you start lying like that, bruv, you can't go away from it, man.
No, it reminds me of like
Can
where
we
he said it.
continue that story, TJ, instead of talking about Spurs? It's much
I was going to talk about the Liverpool game, but
no. We can go on to the Liverpool game. I think we have to. In fact, we've been going through this Chelsea thing for a bit long.
Like probably processing memory cards, Galdem, liars.
All right, so
Robbie,
you could go
because he hasn't spoken. So, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
But okay, our record at Anfield isn't great. We also spoken about how Andrew won't change or he will change. What do you see happening on Sunday?
Do you know what, mate? I think we're going to win 6-0. I think we're going to. No, I'm
There's Andrew right there.
at the end of the day, well, no. If I was Andrew, I'd have to look down and say, "Mate," 50 times in the interviews. But I think, I'll be honest with you. It sounds bad. I love this club, but I don't care. I feel like we're not going to do anything this season. If we get Champions League, we won't. We'll probably get Europa League. It's just after the last 3 defeats, especially the last 2, heading to a place like Anfield, after they've got a few poor results in one of Klopp's last games, they're going to turn up. I think we need a lot of things to go our way to get a result. I'll try and take the emotion out of it. I think I struggle to see us getting a result. Again, they've got big players, the likes of Van Dijk. I know he hasn't been training that much this week, but he should be okay for Sunday to attack from set pieces. They've got pacey players, Saka, Salah, Diaz up top who are going to attack our high line. I don't see it being anything apart from the Spurs loss, in all honesty. I want to be more optimistic, but as I say, for the rest of this season, it's hard to care. It is, because we're not really going up, and I can't see us not finishing out for Europa. So I think just get that Europa League spot, move on to next season. I'll personally judge the manager and judge things next season properly. But yeah, I mean, talk about the players being checked out. I'm checked out. This genuinely might be the first game in a while that I don't watch. It's just
I'm planning to make some food whilst I'm watching the game, so I mean, if that's any consolation.
It's hard. It's hard.
He's like, Newcastle last season when we lost, or was it 6-1, 6-2? I came back from the gym. I did this on purpose, and I was I ate food after the gym. I started grilling some chicken, and I was just like watching the chicken.
I was at a charity. I was at a Spurs charity match.
Yeah.
My dad went to get a burger. By the time he came back, we were 5-0 down. It was 0-0 when he went. I'm not even joking.
You see what this man does to us?
He went to get a burger.
Just the Newcastle game.
Yeah, we lost 6.
Yeah,
was it 6?
Oh, let me tell you what I was doing. I'll tell you what I was doing. I had to go poo in it. Yeah, literally. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't see the first 4 goals. Believe me, because it was so quick, innit?
Yeah.
I think kickoff started. I turned on the TV. I said, "Listen, let me go to the toilet, bro." I come back. I saw 4-0. I looked like this. I looked like this, innit? I went like this. I looked. I was like, "Shit! How long did I spend in the toilet, bro?" Like, I couldn't believe it.
If you guys have seen Pulp Fiction, you know the scene where John Travolta goes to the toilet and he's all relaxed there and sat reading this magazine. Meanwhile, it's all kicking off with
Yeah.
That's not TJ just peacefully going for a poo. Meanwhile, during the game,
you're getting battered every left, right, and centre.
Yeah, so
I predict we're going to lose 4-0.
You need to eat more fiber, bro. Listen, you know what? Yeah, it's not even a fiber thing, man. But my belly, bro, my intestines are wrapped around each other, bro. You know, when I need to go to the toilet, it's kamikaze time, bro. I leave a mark. I leave a mark.
But I feel sorry for you to live with, man. Like, it's going to be probably like
I leave
gas marks and shit. We need gas marks.
Listen, it's one of the best poos. Every single poo is the best poo. You know when
I was gonna be watching this. Like, what the hell's going on?
You know the ones where like, it's like, damn, I've lost weight. Like I can
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the best one. That's the best one. I could fly. I could do backflips. You know, I walk out the toilet and I start jumping.
I tell you what, lads, I came on, I thought, I'll have a chat about Spurs and whatever. It'd be a good laugh, but have a chat. And I thought I'd probably be ranting. Meanwhile, talking about TJ.
Bro, listen, this is our Friday show, innit? We do it the best, innit? Like, if you watch all our Friday shows, or you're ever available on Friday, man, feel free, man. You know, generally speaking, innit, we try to make our Friday shows as live as possible because Tottenham usually messes it up. So we try we try to just liven it up. It might not be as serious as most of these other shows, but
bro, that's why I don't really go on the other shows because it's too fucking serious, man. Like
all the time.
Even from away last night, we were having a laugh at least when we were talking about Tottenham. It wasn't like, all serious. Like
100%.
I don't like the whole way. It's quite boring to us. I find I don't really watch them that much.
Yeah. No, I don't watch them. I'm on it.
Yeah.
I don't watch them.
I don't know. To me, it's like a chat. Like when I do shows with you and Robbie and Harry, it's like I'm talking to like a few friends about football. That's how it feels like to me personally. Like,
because you have to make it. It's the key. You have to make it what it is, right? So, for example, I said this a couple of months ago to you. I don't stream with certain people, not because I dislike them.
Yeah.
It's because they just don't have no enthusiasm. Like you can't joke, you can't say anything.
Yeah.
And they want to strictly talk about football. Football. Sometimes football's boring. The boringest sport is football sometimes. Especially when you're losing. How can you speak about a loss? Especially as a Spurs fan. It's so hard.
Yeah.
So you need to laugh and you need to
All I know is, TJ, if I ever come to your house, mate, I'll need some gas masks or something.
Bro, listen, it's not that bad.
You're going to dress up like Walter from Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to TJ's for shit.
Yeah. Cool. So our record at Anfield.
It's shit.
It's not good, isn't it? Look, it is what it is, isn't it? I believe we're gonna lose. That's ultimately we're gonna lose. Because it's Klopp's last game.
Is it his last game at Anfield?
In fact, I don't know. I just made up a stat. I will tell you. Hold on. I just made up. Hold on, woman. I'll tell you. Oh damn! It disconnected. You're gonna have to check. It disconnected from my phone.
Give me a second. Yeah, carry on.
Imagine, yeah. For me, I look. Liverpool are the team that we want to be. Let's be honest with you. I know this season has been a bit of a struggle, but
no,
even
Wolves at home's the last game.
Wolves at home. Okay, cool.
19th.
Fair enough.
Last home game, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Look, for me, well, it's Klopp's last game against Tottenham then.
Yeah, in his career, probably. Yeah,
in his career.
I hope so.
Which, imagine his last game and we beat him. Imagine that. That would be good. I'm so desperate for a win. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even look, I usually get my results right. Look, so I'm used to being pretty good when it comes down to like
predicting the score. To be fair, you are
predicting
pretty
the
good.
scores. Yeah, I am very good. Look, generally, but these last four weeks,
I've
man.
I've got them right in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, these last 4 weeks, innit? I've got them totally wrong because I'm desperate for a win.
We're going to lose.
I'm
predicting we're going to lose 4-0, but I don't know if that's harsh, but
yeah, no. You know what?
Going one way, bro. I ain't saying
Liverpool are the team that we want to be. Let's be totally honest here now. You know that Liverpool are the team that we want to be. Even if they didn't win the title or they fallen short, they still won.
Bro, this chat is live, bro.
What's the chat saying? Man, I'm glad I make everybody else laugh as well, man.
You gotta laugh. You can't just sit here and moan and analytically go through.
It's funny, TJ, because they always call us negative, right, and depressing, right? We're sitting there having fucking laugh, and we're losing 100%. Games.
I try my best in it.
Yeah.
I try. Listen, as much as I might be negative about Tottenham, I try and be positive about life. Because if my life is bad, trust me, you're going to see a total different person. You're going to see a negative person.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying about Anfield. Look, it's going to be a difficult game. I think Angie should change it up. Personally, I think we need to go.
I need to play 5 at the back, bro. 5 at the back, please.
Yeah, 3 at the back. That's what I'm talking. 3 at the back, 5 at the back. Same thing, innit? Yeah. Cool. I think we need to play the defensive formation because it's clearly not working. And until he changes it, it's still not going to work. The thing is, TJ,
I don't want him to play this 5-3-2 or 5-3-4, whatever defense formation every game. It's just when we're playing away to the top 6, or we're playing
there's certain games
you've got to change it, man. Like,
no. I totally agree with you. You're totally right. There's certain games you have to adapt, and Andy's just struggling to adapt. Do you get where I'm coming from in terms of like these big games? You have to adapt. You have to. Listen, if we've gone from Arsenal
3 L's
to Chelsea to Liverpool. If we lose Liverpool,
mate, we lost.
I'm sorry, listen.
4 in a row if we lose to Liverpool.
if we lose to Liverpool, I think let me be honest with you. Look, I wasn't saying it earlier,
But
I wouldn't
TJ, we
even give
spoke
him
about
next
this
season.
earlier in the season to Harry. Happy for Harry. We said what happens in football when some team loses like 4 or 5 games in a row? What starts to happen? That everyone starts questioning the manager. That's just how it is. It's just how football is. Unfortunately, it's anything quick change quickly. I'm not saying
questions gonna have to be asked if he loses.
They're going to start asking him questions. They're going to start asking him questions.
I think the diamond sign was we lost to Arsenal. I think if we won if we at least drew, I'm not saying we would have won.
Yeah. If we got a point,
if we drew to Arsenal, it would have looked better on paper.
It would have stemmed his this is why I don't know why he went to a low block in that game, because I thought he knows he needs to get a result of some sort to keep the fans on side at least, right? Because obviously, and to stop the drought, we conceded 4 away to Newcastle the game the couple of weeks before. He would have thought, let's stop this from happening again. Instead, he conceded 3 goals in the first 40 minutes.
Highlight.
For life.
Yeah, no. And look, what can we say, man? Darwin Núñez in the air. You got
hat trick, Darwin Núñez.
You got
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk. Yeah. Listen, this highlight, this whole zonal marking. Look, I'm reading the comments as well. This whole zonal marking, it has to get thrown in the bin. We have to defend. We have to change it. I can't accept another set piece going in the back of the net. I can't see it, because I might lose my head, and you might even think I'm delusional. I might even call it quits. I promise you, I might even call it quits. And that is before me giving him time. And I even just said earlier, see, look at how crazy it is. Hello, Harry Scarf. How you been? I'm glad that you've seen the light. But this zonal marking, bro, if he doesn't change it, and listen, I'm sorry, I might have to call it. I'm not gonna call it, but he definitely has to call.
Harry, I wish I could answer this question, but I don't know. I'm not in training. I don't know if it's going to be ditched.
When will zonal marking be ditched? You know what? I don't even think it's just the zonal marking. In terms of, like, I've seen managers. See, look, I've done my research after Tottenham away. When I don't know something, I've seen different other teams do zonal marking, and it's really successful. But in terms of what these players are doing, bro, against Liverpool, we will die, bro.
He's going through the comments. He goes, shush it. Start left back, TJ question.
Bro, it'll be better than what we saw against Emerson Royale and Saka ran him down.
Madueke, man.
Yeah. Saka ran him down. Let's be honest with you.
And so did Madueke ran down Emerson yesterday. So
Emerson, it'll be better. I'm not saying that's the final destination, and I'm not saying it's the ideal move, but I think, look, for what I'm seeing on the pitch right now.
Also, Harry, don't get me wrong, I don't endorse start left back, but I think TJ's fed up of seeing the same crap every week with like that side, especially without Udogie. Like, we need to do something different there.
Emerson, see, context where context. It's but wait, Harry, I want to know something though. Yeah. Wait, Harry, I want to know
underrated.
Though.
What? Davies is underrated.
Wait, Harry, I want to know something though. Are you one of them people that would want Romero to move in the midfield?
Me? Are you asking me?
No, Scott. Happy Feet.
Happy Feet. Do you want me to send you the link so you can come on?
Yeah, you can come on, bro.
Harry, no chance. It's in the chat, but I can send it to X if you want.
No chance. We want to hear. You know what? We want to talk through what your voice note was about, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It'll be booked every game. Cool. Okay, he's not one of them ones, isn't it? I thought he would have been one of them ones, to be honest with you.
It's Adrian who bangs on about playing Romero.
A lot of people are saying Romero should play midfield. Well, give him a chance, innit?
I don't think he'll work. You might as well play back three.
To be honest with you, to be honest with you, I'm not defending Adrian, but to be honest with you, he basically does play in the midfield.
But then I don't think Ange wants to play.
He steps up, yeah.
He basically does.
I don't think Ange wants to play at 6 though, because he wants Gallagher. He wants to play 2 8s and a 10. That's what I understood.
Yeah, but
we need a 6. I don't think
it's not what Ange wants. It's what the team needs to do, bro, on the pitch, because clearly it's not working. Sometimes when something is not working, you have to change it. You have to just do a spin. Do you get where I'm coming from? Just do a spin.
I've got 2 minutes. Oh, he must be out.
You know Adrian's on something. Would be an 8.
Honestly, I love Adrian, but like he goes on about the youth so much, man.
He's funny, man.
He was talking about youth. Bro, last night was too much, man.
On Tottenham away, you killed me. You cracked me up.
Yeah,
I watched it back to it.
Yeah.
And you were... So basically, we were talking about zonal marking, and I asked Still, because he's a coach, what zonal marking... Like, like, deep dive into zonal marking, innit? Like, can you shift the zone along the left?
How it works.
Yeah. I just wanted to know if you could just shift the zone to the left or the right, like in terms of like because
that free kick.
3 Chelsea players were a bit free, and nobody went to them. So I said, "Can you shift that zone to the left?" And he explained to me, and as soon as he started explaining to me, he started saying, "There's 18 zones on the pitch, you know, this and that, you know." and then I was like, I can't hear still, and then he's muted him. And look, it's blessed him, and he's a lovely guy, innit? He doesn't realise he's muted. Yeah, and Harry's in the back just laughing. He's laughing because he's seeing that he's still talking, and he's thinking I'm agreeing with him. Innit? Really and truly, I'm not hearing what he's saying. I'm agreeing with still. But listen, watch that show yesterday. It's on Tottenham away. The Chelsea and
it's a long show. I think it was like 3 hours or something.
They're brilliant.
Yeah.
I was on the Newcastle one a few weeks ago. The post-match one. I
think I went to the cinema and I skipped that one in the end. I think I went to the cinema.
Anyway, it was the Newcastle one right at the end of the show when Stell's passing around and everyone says their last piece. He goes to defects, like really nice guy, and he's supposed to get Ange out, get this person out, I'm done with this effort. And it just cuts back to Stell. He goes, "Yeah, loving the energy, D-Trex," and I was sat there at midnight. Honestly, their shows are great. The late night ones.
Yeah, because it's just carnage.
It's always carnage. You don't know what you're stepping into. The worst thing is as well, he overbooks as well, so it's so hard to get on.
On purpose, yeah.
On purpose. You know, he said. You know, I was messaging him the other day. He was like, "Oh, do you want to?" He still was like, "Do you want to come on a you want to be a regular? Like, come on regular." So then he was like, "Yo, you can carry on doing the late night shows and do this, do that, right? Cool." Then I said to him, "Listen, it's full. How can I get in?" He was like, "You have to be on time." That's what he said.
It wasn't even our fault. We were stuck on Spurs Kings for like an extra 20 minutes.
Spurs, yeah.
We're stuck on this channel, so no offense, Marlon, but this is why we couldn't get on time.
Yeah.
So, Stell, if you're watching this is why we were late.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the next topics? Because we kind of like floating.
Let's go the team lineups and then the score prediction. I think. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to ask Robbie, what team would you play first of all, and then I'll go to CJ.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. What team would I play? I think the one that I play is going to be quite different to Ange. I think Vicario in goal. Left back with no Davies. In all honesty, I'd like to see Draggers in there. I don't want to see Royale. I think he's not great at right back, let alone at left back. I think centre back partnership, Romero and Van der Ven. Right back, Poro. For me, the midfield, Bentancur hasn't done a lot wrong when he's played or been brought on recently, so I'd play him. Queeby as a liability, so I'd drop him. I'd put back in Maddison. And I think Basuma goes in there. It's hard to pick a midfield now. They're all so inconsistent, but he was fairly good. Well, I'd say one of the only decent players yesterday before he came off. And then up top, we've not got great options all over the pitch. I'd go with Son, probably Johnson on the left and Kulusevski on the right. I mean, it's a guessing game. No, I don't have a clue about the midfield. The only two that I'm pretty sure about are the centre back partnerships and the goal.
So you wouldn't put in Lo Celso at all? I'm just asking because everyone's saying to put him in. Yeah,
I think it's a shout, but then I think match fitness plays a part. He's not played a lot recently at all. I'm not his biggest fan, in all honesty. I think he's very injury prone, and I think if we're looking to sell him this summer, you want to play players who are going to develop and want to be at the club. But
then
I would
probably he's been linked with signing a new 2-year contract. Did you see that, or 2-year extension or something?
I did, yeah. I've seen a lot of bits about Lo Celso, though. I mean, let's be honest, Maddison's been a pile of pygmy emotion recently, so I hope that whoever starts the attack in mid steps up. But guessing the lineup, as I say, it's not easy to do apart from the centre backs or keeper.
Okay, TJ.
Yeah, man. Look again. My lineup is going to be Vicario in goal, Van de Ven and Romero and Ragusin on the left. Or switch Van de Ven and put Van de Ven on the left.
And you're not changing formation or anything?
He's not going to do that, bro.
Okay.
The best I can do is predict the lineup. You know what I'm saying? What we would want, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because he's absolutely stubborn. So the best I can do is predict the lineup and predict the personnel. Hence why I'm putting Van de Ven on the left back and Ragusin in the middle. And look, we just don't invert Van de Ven. We just let Pedro Porro invert. That could be, and then it could turn into a back three. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like
other teams do. Like other teams do.
Exactly. We have to be like other teams because clearly our way's not working.
Right now, it doesn't work. Yeah.
It's not. It's generally not. Cool. Midfield.
That's a bit.
Now this is where it gets really sticky. Yeah. Yo. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happened? Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is where it gets a bit sticky in it because for me, all honesty, against Liverpool, and sorry to say, we have to play Højbjerg. We have to play that more defensive person now. Because one, we're not going to have the possession. Two, I would rather a destroyer in there than a creator. So Basuma has to be dropped. Now, next to him, I would even play I'll play Bentancur. I'll play Maddison.
You're playing Maddison? Okay, yeah.
Yes, I'll play Bentancur. I'll play Højbjerg, the two midfielders, Højbjerg and Bentancur, yeah? Then Maddison in the 10, Kulusevski on the right, and it has to be Son.
On the left, or up front?
On the left, and then up top, Richarlison.
Well, no one else, isn't it? No one else. Yeah.
You know, because with what I saw, and for me, that Johnson guy, no matter, look, I know Son was synonymous. Yeah, I get it. But that Johnson guy.
We know how Harry feels about Johnson as well, remember?
Yeah, that Johnson guy was lost. If he was synonymous, he was lost. And every time he got the ball, it just felt like nothing was going to happen. Do you get where I'm coming from?
He honestly, TJ, on paper, this guy, I'm not joking, on paper, this guy has all the ability to be like a really good player, but I just don't think he has a footballing brain.
He has all the ability to be a Vinny Jr., you know?
Yeah, but he has no football brain. I think that's a problem. I just don't think he knows what he's going to do with this. He's got so much pace. I expect this guy to go flying past defenders and put a decent ball in. The guy's checking back every time. And I'm like, but you got the pace. What's the whole point? I'm
going to say it how it is. I think that was a really bad signing.
You know, we could
No,
have
what
signed
I
him
mean
for
by
30
Vinny
million.
Jr. Wait. What I mean by Vinny Jr. He has all the pace and he has the style. Like he can run past. Vinny Jr.'s fast. He's fast.
I
He
know
just
what
doesn't
you're
have the
saying.
foot
I
in
know
the
what you're
brain.
saying.
Yeah, but Rob Frank doesn't understand. Clear. Look, generally speaking, I think he was the worst signing we could possibly make at that time.
You know,
Because
Brentford could have signed him for 30 million before us. You know that, right?
for me, we should have got a more established winger. We needed an established winger. As much whatever you think about Werner, forget it for now. Yeah, but when you're looking at established wingers, we should have had better, in my opinion. We should have. We should have had an established winger. And everybody that was saying to me that Sancho's not the right fit for us, you can go suck your mama. Because generally speaking, yeah, listen, generally speaking, we could do with a Sancho.
that was out of the blue. Yeah. Okay, keep going. Sorry. Wait, what just happened?
Where's he gone? Those are his final words. Suck your mother.
No, he's frozen. What?
Was he on the screen for you? He's not on the screen for you.
He's on the screen for me. Oh, now he's gone.
He's disappeared. Those are the last words that he said.
Now you're frozen. Hold on. What?
What's going on here?
My internet's working fine, so it's not me.
I think mine's okay as well, mate. Yeah, mine's okay.
What just happened to this stream?
I don't know. Is he in the back room?
I just added him back.
Yeah, but I agree with what you were saying, TJ, about the team lineup. I think Bentancur should go in there. I think, Van der Ven at left back, Kim Mordrag is in, I'd be fairly happy to see, in all honesty.
He's gone now. I don't know what's going on.
Honestly, the stream's more laggy at the minute than that Spurs performance wasn't that.
That says a lot, to be honest. Oh, he's messaged me. Send me the link. Okay, I'll send you the link again.
Yeah, he's dropped out. Okay, done.
It might be the internet. Hold on.
Yeah, normally I've got some next level McDonald's Wi-Fi, mate, but my internet's okay by the looks of it.
Give me a second. I thought it was my Wi-Fi for a second because the way it went, I was like, "What?"
Yeah, he was just talking the minute he said so. His mother.
So yeah, he just disappeared. I'll send him the link. I hope it's the right
Yeah,
one.
these. Do you know what? I thought I'd talk a bit about Spurs. I've come and I've had a great laugh. It's taken my mind off Tottenham.
Wait, it says TJ joined.
These types of shows are the
I don't
best.
see anyone there.
No, he's the invisible man now.
What just happened? I don't think my internet's going to go now.
Our internets are dropping like flies, mate.
Because now it's... Wait, but it's still green. So why is it playing up? TJ.
Have you seen Tommy G's comment? Processing TJ process, man.
See that function? TJ, try rejoining now. I sent you the link. What the hell's going on with this stream?
Process TJ processing. Oh.
But you know we had problems at the beginning with the stream because it wasn't streaming on Spurs Kings. It was just streaming on my channel.
I tuned in around 25 minutes. Or was that?
Yeah, you missed it. So basically, I think it's just streamed on my channel for some reason, and on Harry's, but it didn't stream on this actual channel, which is a bit weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
He says loading.
Blame it on Streamlabs.
I actually do because I prefer streaming on personally.
TJ is less invisible than our front line. That's brilliant.
TJ, it says you're loading, but I can't see you.
No, he's not loading.
This is loading. I can't even add him. It just says loading.
He's processing.
Yeah, she's processing. I'm not in.
Oh.
What's happened? Maybe there's a problem where he is. I don't know.
Those police who were outside his house didn't want to come in.
He's gone now. What?
Remember when we heard the police sirens? They were coming for. They were coming from. They could smell that toilet from outside.
It says TJ joined, but I can't see him at all. I don't understand.
Yeah, I can't see.
And that says loading. Okay, show on stream. That's how this works.
Here we go.
Ooh, I'm back, baby.
Get in.
I'm back. The KFC across the road, caught on fire.
Whoa.
TJ, you know the best bit, mate. You're talking, you're ranting, and you literally go anywhere, something like that. The minute you say that, you can't.
Johnson is really doing it. Exploded.
I got cancelled, didn't it? They cancelled me off the stream.
Have you seen?
Yeah, no. What?
The comments processing TJ process now. You have to trust the process with TJ. He's still in phase 1.
You mentioned the same sentence and it exploded.
It was those police who were outside your house earlier, mate.
That's what Robbie was saying. The police caught you.
Literally, bro. But what I was trying to say in it, yeah. Listen, we could do with a mid.
And then it can't.
Yeah. We could do with a winger like Sancho. We could do with a winger like Adeyemi. We could do with these quality wingers. That's who we should have signed. Because generally speaking, all of these wingers are way better than what we have right now.
Yeah.
And it's a case of, look, no matter what you believe in, you have to be universal. It's a case of these guys are going to take us to the next level. So you have to spend big on Adeyemi. For me, Adeyemi is my bucket list. We're not linked to him, but he is the person we need. He is such a sick winger. He's the best.
Well, my mates from work were talking about him today because I said, TJ bangs on. Because he watches our streams now. And he was like, and I go to him, TJ bangs on like Adeyemi like Bears now. And he's like, yeah, he's a top player. I haven't seen enough of him like you. So, yeah.
Bro, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, innit? Yeah, only real ballers know what I'm talking about, innit? Yeah. If only real ballers know what I'm talking about. When I'm saying Adeyemi, bro, Adeyemi is better than Sancho. Don't get it twisted, bro. He is, and he's versatile as well. Like, how does Adeyemi help to build up more flats? Doesn't add up. What do you mean? Listen, you know what? We have a problem with our wingers right now, and Adeyemi can play in the attacking midfielder role. He can also play in the left mid and right mid, and he can cross, and he can finish. He's way better than Werner.
He's a better option than Eze, I think.
Eze is a good attacking midfielder.
Yeah, but I think Adeyemi is probably better.
At least say I'd be happy if we went.
They're going to want 70 million plus for them, because I was reading they want.
You said he's taking us to the next level. Of course he is. He's better than what we have right now. Of course he is. But bro, listen, are you happy with the Werners and the Johnsons? Are you playing on
the wing next season?
Are you happy with the Werners and the Johnsons? If you're happy with them type of players, then I can see why you
help build more flats.
I can see why.
Don't say suck your mother again. You might get kicked.
If you have concentration, then yeah. Have you watched Adeyemi?
But I've only watched him.
Have you actually watched a game of Dortmund?
Yeah, I watched them against Atletico.
Yeah,
I've seen him.
And who's their standout players? Like, how do they build up?
I think it's a bit.
Dortmund is my second team. Adeyemi has a very good this season, and not even just this season. Seasons before that as well.
My nan,
not even this season. Adeyemi is a perfect midfielder to come to Tottenham. Do you call them midfielders? Attacking midfield wingers? Yeah, wingers. He's the perfect solution. We need a winger. We definitely look at what we're dealing with right now. We've got Werner and Johnson, and no disrespect to Johnson and Werner, but that's not the quality that I want to see.
In my opinion, we need two wingers.
And he's young as well. That's another thing. And he's gonna grow. He's the perfect solution. even that Napoli
I really
winger,
like that.
what's his name?
Bro. I love him. I think he's
Yeah, what's his name? I can't spell his name correctly. Yeah, he is also
Bro, he's
a
baller,
very technical.
baller.
He's a very technical winger. We're looking for technical wingers, and
that guy alone could change our attack. I'm not joking.
Tell me about it,
Yeah.
bro. Listen, but my guy at the top, see the fourth. He's happy with the Lerners and the Johnsons.
What?
That's what we have to live with. That's why we're never going to get better.
I think
we're not happy with them standard of players. We're never going to get better.
I think he's trolling, mate. I don't think he's being serious. He's won a bet at construction.
In Germany, where it's a complete forgotten. Dortmund is my second team. Adeyemi has been very good this season. See, look, this is the problem. Look, when you have people that have accepted
Werner.
I'm not just directing it at Werner, but when you have people that has accepted these type of players, bro, what can you do, man? They're holding us back. I'm sorry.
Look, we'll say, I'll give Johnson another 2 years. Give Werner contracts. He's cheap.
It's not good enough.
Yeah.
The most you can do with those players, they're players to make you fight for the Champions League. If we want to win titles, which Ange is saying,
we're no chance.
like both of you saying, we need the top players. We need to invest, in my opinion, in a proper striker, a proper number 6, and a proper couple of quality wingers. The likes of Adeyemi, Elise, who can also play as that attacking midfielder as well. I think
another player I'm going to put on our bucket list. And look, this is just my scouting report. Look again, bro. This is coming from my dome, and I'm not a scout. I don't have to. I don't watch them every single week. A good option, which I think we should flirt with, which for me will make a lot of sense. Not because of his technical style, but what he offers around the pitch. Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
You know what? TJ, I'm against him. Shall I tell you what? I think it'll be like Kulusevski 2.0. I think we'll have the same problem.
No. But Jack Grealish is his technical ability on the ball is better than Kulusevski.
No, but he always inverts.
No, but he is a very good ball controller, ball holder. And okay, cool. His end product might not be there. Well, it is there. We've seen it. But Jack Grealish is a Ange kind of signing because he likes the Werners.
Yeah, he likes the.
And he's better than Werner.
Oh yeah,
in terms of going forward, attacking that left back and keeping hold of that ball. He's way better than Werner. 110%. So for me, Jack Grealish, again, that's not on my top priority. If I've already made, but we should flirt with it. If an opportunity came,
TJs, I'd actually be for him if we play him as a number 10, but not as a winger.
But that's the thing as well. He is versatile. He can play across the line.
I see what you're saying. He's probably more of an
He's an Ange signing. He's more of an Ange signing than Adeyemi. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Well, even though Adeyemi is a versatile player, but what his skill sets that he offers, I think.
Because he likes players that can keep the ball a lot. I think.
Plus, he knows the Prem, so there's no embedding period, and he's a senior pro, so he's later in his footballing. He's more of a. He's going to become a leader. He's going to be. If he was to come to Tottenham, he'd be a leader.
Well, we'd be chasing him for years if we go for Grealish because we wanted him under Poch. Remember before he went to end up staying at Villa, but it was a season before he went to City, wasn't it? Or season or two before he went to City?
Yeah.
Because we always chase the same players anyway. So
that right there, that's my scouting report. Look, if I know any, there's another winger, but I've kind of gone off of him, innit? I've seen a few performances that have kind of killed me, innit? He plays in. Man, see, if I knew I was going to do this scouting report, I would have got my what is it called? Dictionary. Nicholas Jackson, not Nicholas Jackson. What's his name? Nico Williams.
Oh yeah, that's the one that we were
From-
linked with for ages at
yeah.
Bilbao.
Yeah, I've done my, but he is very inconsistent.
Really?
Very inconsistent. He's more of a Johnson than anything else.
Oh no.
When I was watching him, see, in terms of like, look, he was a baller. He has the pace. He can run down, innit? Like, don't get me wrong, but he's very. If he's having his bad game, it's his worst game. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like,
When he's off
if
it,
he
he's
can't
off
be the,
it, yeah.
Have you seen him play
Yeah.
at all, Robbie?
Only a couple of games. Only a couple of games, and then a lot of highlights, which can make players look better than they are. But as I say, I'll judge TJ. He's seen him more than I have, and as
what
I
you
say,
need to do next time you're watching a player, I'll give you a good suggestion. Next time you're watching Tottenham, pick 2 players to just watch for the whole game. So this is how I watch football.
It's interesting. Yeah.
This is how I watch football, innit? Just to give you an insight of
There's a team
why.
I do it with Madrid with Bellingham because every time I watch that team with him, his movement's incredible, honestly.
And you see the movement, and a lot of people will start to say it's his passing that is it's his technical style, but it's his movement. Ultimately it's where he moves on the pitch. Now you're talking about Real Madrid. Would you be open for someone like Modric to come back to Tottenham?
Modric, yeah, 100%.
I think he's a little bit too old, to be honest.
But don't you think this team could do with some experience, though?
Yeah, I do, but then he's not really playing first.
Got more chance to sign Robbie Williams and Nico Williams.
That's brilliant. I mean, he enjoyed singing the Ange song at the beginning of the season.
And now he's all quiet.
Yeah, exactly. He's not loving Big Ange instead. But guys, I'm going to have to shoot.
Oh, we're going to end the stream.
Yeah, no, we're ending the stream.
Give me just 5 minutes. We're going to close it off.
Give us 5 minutes. We're cutting the stream anyway because we've gone for 2 hours.
Yeah. Robbie, first of all, your score prediction for Sunday, if you want to give it.
I don't like predicting us to lose. I haven't in the last 2 games because it's been against Chelsea and Arsenal. I can't do that. But in this game, realistically, I'm going to say 3-1 Liverpool. Probably score from a set piece. I reckon there's a goal that they counter-attack us with. One of their wingers scores. And I think we will get a goal, but it will probably be when we're 3-0 down.
So basically, TJ's going to lose his head on Sunday night. That's what you're telling me.
Good chance, yeah.
Yeah, TJ, bro, what's the score?
Bro, we're gonna lose, innit? Put it like that. We're all gonna lose. We don't have no chance. I think after how we've been playing this whole season, everybody has found out that we're weak in set pieces, and Liverpool is a mighty giant. Most of their guys, Konate, you got Van Dijk. Like, look, they're all tall, innit? They're big fellas, innit? Yeah. So they're gonna target us differently. Yeah. They are. Let's put it like that. And Anfield is a booming place, man. Whenever I hear that, we'll never walk. Bro, listen, I start shivering sometimes. Bro, have you heard it from the TV, man? It's like they play ultra sound. Like, these players are not ready for it, man. They're not ready for it. What about you, bro? What's your score prediction? I want to hear yours, and I'll go off of what you're gonna say.
4-0 Liverpool.
Man.
Sorry, it's just gonna get worse. I got last week's result correct. Remember, 2-0 to Chelsea. Week before I said 3-1 to Arsenal. Was 3-2. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a drubbing. To be honest, I know everyone's saying, "Oh, Liverpool have nothing to play for." But I'm sure they'll find a way to win on Sunday.
I think they'll find a way to score, but I just think they're too powerful, man.
I don't think we'll score. I just don't see us scoring, especially if he plays.
They're going to bully us in the set pieces with big guys like Van Dijk. Yeah, I struggle to see us getting something.
They got Trent as well taking them.
Yeah, if we win at Anfield, I think there's more chance of me going on a date with Margot Robbie tonight than us winning. I can't see it, but I hope I'm wrong in both senses.
I think she's taken, bro. Anyway, but that's what I was reading the other day.
Sadly.
Yeah, man. Cool. So 3-0 for me.
Before we go, Robbie, please tell everyone about your channel and where you can subscribe to you and stuff like that.
Yeah, Lily White Lane. TJ kindly did a debrief for the Chelsea game on my channel earlier, so be sure to check that out.
Check it out. Yeah.
Lily White Lane, if you do want to hop over, drop me a view and a sub. I'd hugely appreciate it, as I say. But yeah, it's been a pleasure coming on. It's been a good laugh. As I say, I was expecting to talk about Spurs. 40 minutes after, we're talking about what goes on in TJ's toilet. So it's been a cracking stream, lads. I've really enjoyed it. Big up to both of you, everyone in the chat. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, big up the chat. Yeah. And TJ, where can we find you next? I think we'll be Sunday night. Or
bro, listen, right now, man, I think I'm having a break off with social media, man. Like, I can't lie to you. Look, I've been previewing so many shows, but look, you can find me on Spursy Talks. I haven't even got no time to upload on my channel. Do you get where
bro, we're doing back-to-back shows every day, literally.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back. And what are you on the preview?
Huh?
Are you on the what is it called? The reaction?
Most likely.
Yeah. Are you hosting?
No, I'm not hosting. But I'm
Marlon is, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Tottenham away as well?
Especially we lose. Oh, on the evening, yeah, 100% Tottenham away in the evening.
Cool. Okay, cool. I'll jump on then.
You know we're going to sit there and just talk. We see you talk about Andy being concussed and shit like that.
Yeah. So
you can find me and TJ on Spurs Kings TV, Tottenham away, and also our own channel, Spursy Talks, which is going to be rebranded at some point in the near, I don't know when. Has Spurs TV.
Next year. You know what? Next year, I think is the best time to rebrand because we're going for the title, innit? So I should rebrand.
Title charge. Here we come.
Title charge. Here we come. Day one. We lost.
First video is a preview for the first game of next season. Spurs begin title charge. The first reaction and Zhao.
We see them saying, "What are these players doing?"
Set pieces again.
I think Sav's got it spot on.
Cool.
Like, if you see on Tottenham Wage, what he said before we came on, TJ, he goes, "We have the same conversations every single season." Pretty much.
Yeah,
it is. It happens every single year. And you know what it is? You think we get bored of it, but we get put in, like, it always happens. We go good, and then boom. Like,
out of nowhere.
It kind of like deceives us every single year.
Yeah.
Every single year, it deceives us. There was a time where I was believing.
Hey, he was our first few games out. He was like, "Oh, can we do this, man?"
This football club, honestly, this football club edges us, right? We full storm every single time we think finally something might be happening, and it almost sits up again at the end of every season. You gotta laugh. You've gotta laugh at the point of cry.
Yeah. All right, thank you, chat, for being on here, man. My pleasure.
Loads of you in the chat. Toxic Headshot. See, Robbie was here. He was in the chat as well. C to the fourth. I lost count how many people in the chat, you know. So big up the whole chat because I've lost count of how many people you're in there. JJ, of course. Ben Foster. You. I don't know who that's supposed to be, but you.
Rob Frank.
Tom Zappa, Tommy G.
T to the fourth.
Yeah.
Ton Tracker. Yeah, man. There's been a lot, man. Benjamin Foster. Yeah, you've said that.
I'm missing it.
Damn, there's too many. Scarpy, Toxic Headshot, NS Sports. What's his name? What's his name?
Nippon.
Yeah. Nippon. Yeah, big up to yourself.
Alex Scott.
That's yeah, Alex Scott.
And
Stuart.
I'll say his name right. Usterson.
And then Coach's Corner.
Hanno. That's Hanno. Big up Hanno.
Hanno, yeah. Sorry, guys, man. Listen, bro, there's a lot of you guys, man. Big up yourself, man, for tuning in. All right, cool. So you're gonna see us
Probably
soon.
on Sunday. Yeah, probably on Sunday.
Probably on Sunday.
For
Yeah,
another
man.
defeat.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be
All right,
sitting
cool.
there going, "This fucking manager, mate, don't
This
change
has
set
got to be
pieces.
gone.
Set pieces." So we're here on the Sunday to talk about set pieces again. So everyone,
100%.
come on, you Spurs, and I guess we're out. Have a good weekend, everyone. Hope to see
See
Spurs.
you later. Man, he rarely left us in this place. You just have to leave. He's a fool. He didn't end it. He just left. So you have to leave.
It's still like, everyone. That's the stream. He's out there.
All right. See you later, buddy.
See you, mate.